A city can't go unchecked. Sometimes, peace needs to be broken. And chaos must reign. I was raised to believe in grace. I was also raised to believe in retribution. Exactly what kind of lawyer are you? A really good one. Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is my Daredevil Episode 5 and Episode 6 trailer video. Marvel is airing both episodes together next week. I'm not exactly sure why. Maybe it's because the two episodes form a single arc, or perhaps they want to finish releasing all the episodes before Andor comes out in April. According to Marvel, the regular release schedule is one episode per week after this. So next week, we'll get episodes 5 and 6 together, and then it's back to weekly releases. Now, everyone is asking, why doesn't Marvel just drop the rest of the episodes all at once? Typically, when studios release two episodes together, it's because something significant happens at the end of the first episode that they don't want you to wait a week to see resolved. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to catch all the episodes. Obviously, the biggest moment in Episode 4 was the return of the Punisher to the MCU. They canonized the Netflix Daredevil series a while ago when they released Echo, confirming that all the Netflix shows are now considered official MCU canon. That decision came after Marvel made major creative changes to Daredevil, Born Again. I just did a video on how Jon Bernthal initially quit the old version of Daredevil, Born Again, because he didn't like the scripts. He only agreed to return as the Punisher after the creative reboot and a new showrunner convinced him. Now, we'll see how much of episodes 5 and 6 was originally shot by the old creative team and how much was reworked or added later by the new team. Breaking down the trailer. The trailer starts with a scene of Dex being transported through a prison, which likely means he's returning to the story. Dex, Bullseye, was supposed to appear in a few more episodes this season, though I'm not sure which episode this footage is from. The Punisher name-dropped Bullseye in Episode 4, so it's likely Matt will eventually confront him in prison. Maybe that's why we're seeing scenes of him there. It's also possible they're setting up his return for Season 2. Season 2 is rumored to feature Daredevil assembling a vigilante team, which many fans think is a nod to the Defenders. However, there might also be rival vigilante groups forming in the background, and Dex could be part of that. If so, it makes sense to keep him around. He's a top-tier assassin, and various criminals in the MCU might continue hiring him. Next, we see a major bank heist while Matt is at the bank. There was a reference back in Episode 2 when he spoke with Kristen McDuffie about financial struggles. Maybe something is going on with his law firm, and he's at the bank for that reason when the robbery happens. You have to feel bad for low-level criminals in NYC. Imagine planning a massive heist for years, only to unknowingly rob a bank where a superhero just happens to be withdrawing cash. It's like these guys can't catch a break. There's a scene where Matt fights the robbers, completely wrecking them. One of them wears a red mask, a clear Daredevil reference. Ironically, since Matt is blind, he technically shouldn't know the robber's mask is red. But in the comics, his senses are so heightened that he could probably detect the color anyway. The footage also teases Kamala Khan's father, who appears to work at the bank. This cameo is likely just a small nod to the larger MCU. Daredevil and Kingpin, returning to their darker selves. Both Daredevil and Kingpin seem to be regressing into their more ruthless personas. Matt is embracing full Daredevil mode again, while Kingpin is returning to his brutal ways. We also see scenes of Kingpin roughing up Adam in his torture basement. One moment shows Adam swinging an axe at Kingpin, seemingly in a desperate attempt to escape. Kingpin appears to give him a fighting chance, like a twisted game, but obviously, he just beats him senseless again. Vanessa is shown dining with Kingpin in front of his famous rabbit in a snowstorm painting, still stained with blood from the end of Daredevil Season 3. It's unclear whether she knows what's happening in the basement, but she's not naive. She probably realizes Adam disappeared because of Kingpin. Maybe this is just part of their twisted dynamic. Punisher and the corrupt cops. We also see a cop entering a building, and I think he might be the officer who killed White Tiger in Episode 3 while wearing Punisher's armor. His exact role in the larger conspiracy isn't clear yet, but he seems like someone the Punisher and Daredevil will have to take down. Muse, a brutal new villain. The trailer gives us another look at Muse, the serial killer who turns his victims into art. In the comics, Muse is even more gruesome, using blood to paint murals. The MCU version seems toned down, but his presence still adds a dark, unsettling element to the show. Muse's biggest ability in the comics is imperceptibility. People physically can't sense him. That makes him an extremely difficult opponent for Daredevil, whose whole fighting style relies on heightened senses. In the comics, Muse is also incredibly fast and strong. We'll see if the MCU version retains any of these abilities. Daredevil suits and future episodes. The trailer teases 5 different Daredevil suits. My guess is that he won't fully suit up until the end of episode 6, probably donning the classic red suit again. A common complaint from fans is that Daredevil, Born Again doesn't have enough Daredevil action. Season 2 will likely correct this by featuring more of Matt in full vigilante mode. Most of the Muse fight scenes shown in the trailer seem to be from later episodes, not episodes 5 and 6. Trailers sometimes mix footage from multiple episodes, so we won't necessarily see all these moments next week. Final thoughts. If you spotted any Easter eggs or references that I missed, drop them in the comments. Marvel hasn't revealed how many more episodes Punisher will appear in, but he's clearly a major part of the season. He's also confirmed for Season 2, along with a Punisher special, essentially a short film, releasing alongside Daredevil, Born Again Season 2 next year. That means we'll be getting a lot of Punisher content in 2025. It'll be interesting to see if Season 2 connects to Avengers, Doomsday, since both will release in the same year. My full breakdown of episodes 5 and 6 will drop next week after they air. It'll be one big video, just like I did for episodes 1 and 2. Be sure to turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Click here for all my Daredevil episode breakdowns, and click here to find out why Jon Bernthal originally quit Marvel before returning as the Punisher. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.